Sip on mezcal, I like tequila, damn this shit tasty. Yeah, you know I made about $1 million off a pink beanie. I feel like my life is a movie, damn this too easy. Can't catch me, I'm jumping the borders, hit the embassy. It's bag on.
What are you working on these days?
Yeah, we are building Web3 projects and like NFT, decentralized apps. You know.
Tell me something about the thing that you were doing, at the time that we met. You were saying something, you could include the whole Web3, no, not the whole Web3, the whole blockchain system into the education field in India.
Yeah, it's not like an education system. Like many HRs are facing problems with fake certificates.
Okay, so this is about recruiting.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a HR tech. So many HRs are facing with fake certificates and the recruitment process. During recruitment process, they facing with the certificates and all.
Okay, so
like background check.
Okay.
So we are including these problems. We are solving these problems with the blockchain.
Okay, like how exactly are you solving it? For example, let's say I'm studying some BTech or something.
Okay.
And I'm applying for a job.
Okay.
And they wanted experienced persons and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
But instead of having me having some certain experience in that particular field, I'm going to create some fake certificates and all that and apply to that job.
Yeah.
So how are you going to solve that problem?
So if, for example, if you have to check, you are assume you are the HR and I am employee. You will ask me the experience certificates in this in our portal. Show those certificates in our portal. What employee will do is he will upload his if he is genuine if you have genuine experience certificates, he will upload it into the blockchain, and the previous company will verify that certificates.
Okay.
So the blockchain is transparent and immutable.
Okay.
So with taking that into advantage, we can
you can solve that problem.
Solve that problem. Yeah.
Like what happens if I upload some fake document into your portal? Like how are you gonna recognize it?
The previous company will verify.
Okay, so if I'm working in TCS, I mean, if I don't work anywhere and I created a certificate of TCS and I uploaded that to your portal.
Yeah.
Okay. And the new recruiter is going to see that, okay, this guy has worked in TCS before, so it's good for us to hire him.
But the certificate is not yet verified.
Yeah, how
the certificate is going to be verified by the old company.
Verified. Okay, so
Previous
TCS
company.
have to do that.
Yeah, TCS have to do that.
I'm saying an example.
Company.
Okay, so the previous company has to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens if the other company doesn't want to do that? I mean,
the certificate is not verified, so TCS will assume that as a fake certificate or it is not yet verified. So he'll ask.
Okay, the recruiter would assume that. He would see that this certificate is not verified yet.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Like how blockchain is going to help the whole thing? You could do that in normal websites, right? How are you going to include blockchain technology into this?
Like the transparency is one thing, and immutability. Like no one can change that verification. If the certificate is verified, it is verified. No one can change that to unverified again. No one can revert it back.
Okay, so every transaction is transparent on.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question: like, if I were to change some things on the blockchain,
okay.
Like right now, like what blockchain are you planning to launch this on?
Polygon.
Okay, so Polygon, low gas and all.
Yeah.
So it's fine. So every time a student uploads his his portfolio, or experience certificates or certificates in general, like they're gonna pay some gas fees, right?
Right. No, we are paying the gas fees using gasless transactions, something called gasless transactions, using the economy and all.
Okay, so you're gonna implement gasless transactions for both a recruiter and the student.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna cover
all the costs. User don't need to pay any gas. We will pay the gas, and they will just upload their certificates and sign the transaction.
Okay, like
the
how is this a revenue model for you guys?
We will charge money from company side. If they have to verify a person, yeah.
Okay, so like, what do you think? Why do you think the recruiters are gonna come to your side instead of the traditional verification thing? like normally, like people are already having a system where they would verify all the certificates and all, right?
Yeah.
Like, why do you think the recruiters would choose your thing over the normal, usual thing?
First thing is the transparency and the advantage of blockchain. This will leverage their
verification
process. And the whole process can be done within less than 5 minutes. While the background verification, in present scenario, the process takes up to 1 day to 1 week. But using this application, they can verify a candidate in less than 5 minutes, and in less amount compared to that present scenario.
Okay, like how much is it going to cost me if I'm a recruiter right now? Yeah. How much is it going to cost me to verify or background check an employee? That
we haven't implemented.
No. Like normally in this market.
Okay.
How much is it going to cost me?
It's an average of 1,500 rupees.
Okay, 1,500 rupees, and you're going to cut that down to
per candidate.
Per candidate.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you're going to cut down that process.
Obviously to 50% or something.
Okay, so you're gonna implement and cut off that amount like up to 50% or over 50%. Because if it's over 50%, I think you're gonna get a lot of users within like first 3 to 4 months or something.
Yeah, we haven't implemented the model yet. Yeah,
like you guys are still in the developing phase.
Right.
Okay. So when did you start this whole thing? What's your journey?
Like we initially started with the service-based thing.
Okay. Like you used to be a freelancer before all this, or
not a freelancer? First, we got an idea, and we approached the developer.
I've heard that you are a self-taught guy in whole coding and all that.
Yes.
Like, coming from a self-taught guy from myself, like even I learned everything on YouTube and all that.
Okay.
Is it the same thing for you, or you use some paid courses or something like that?
No paid courses. I used Google and YouTube. That's it.
Okay. You started with a service-based company.
Yeah.
You and your friends.
Service-based company with my friends. We used to develop Web2 applications, and later we transformed to Web3.
Yeah, because of some guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like.
The story that we met, like how we met, is the whole other different story, right? Like you.
Yeah.
What? Like how did we meet? Tell the audience, how did we meet?
I saw this application in Instagram about this service. It caught my attention, and I opened the application, browsing, and actually I am also a cyber security bug bounty hunter.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so. While I am intercepting
the traffic. What did you do to that site?
Nothing serious. It's I just purchased I booked the slot. It is a service like an e-commerce. Assume it's.
I know the guy who owns that.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
Yeah.
So this guy told me.
Okay.
The site that you guys did the whole cyber security thing is. Karting website, right?
Yeah.
So you
I went the slot worth 10,000 rupees to
1 rupee. Yeah, he told me that you guys booked 600 laps for 1 rupee.
Yeah.
And he was pretty shocked. So I told him like, bro, don't worry. This is maybe some kind of bounty hunting or something.
Yeah, like I just informed immediately to the person, and they gave us an
appointment or something.
Yeah, like it's like. They gave us their project.
Okay.
They wanted to implement us an application, Android application and iOS application. So we made it after that approach.
So now the whole site is unhackable.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Not unhackable. Like it is more secure than previous because if a device is connected to an internet, you can't say it is unhackable. There is one or another way to hack an application.
Okay, so you guys can hack the whole system.
No,
not you guys, but anybody can.
The skilled person can hack any system.
All right, tell me something about like the whole cyber security space. Like how do you think people are nowadays like protecting themselves from all these hackers?
Yeah,
and all that? Do you think people are there yet? They know how to protect themselves with all these
They
hackers?
know that the most common thing is phishing.
Okay.
Everyone knows about it.
Okay.
But-
Phishing. So
but
you just
still-
go to a lake and then not that.
Not that phishing.
Okay, just explain
like,
to the audience
for
what
example,
phishing is. Okay.
Yeah, for example, you will get there is a you will get a link from mail saying your Facebook account is hacked. Please change your password for security reasons from a domain called faceb0ok.com.
Okay, so
Instead
for
of-
an unsuspecting
instead
guy,
of
it feels like
Facebook.com,
for an unsuspecting guy, it feels like okay, this came from the real Facebook.
Yeah, because the O is
Bro, I made some phishing sites.
Okay.
I made some phishing sites with just that web hosting 000 web hosting thing. It's a
Yeah,
free
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even buy any domains.
Okay.
People still logged in. People still
Yeah, there are people like that too.
They don't even check the domain address.
They don't read the URL. They will just
look at the front end. Okay, this is the Facebook that I want, and they log in.
Yeah. So
Okay, so what phishing essentially is that people create a website where it basically looks like the same website that they want the other person to go.
yeah,
For example, if they want you to log into your Instagram account, they would create a similar looking website
Yes,
and name it something like Instagrams or Instagram with some some words that's gonna match
Changed yeah.
Okay, so people are gonna think that this is real Instagram, and then they log in, and then you get your whatever you need.
yes.
Okay. So that's how phishing works. Okay, so what did you do in phishing?
I don't do phishing. It is just people should be aware of that more keenly.
So
people
should
not
check.
not even general audience, even top celebrities like in Web3 space also. Recently, one guy got phished and his wallet is complete.
Are we talking about Crypto Novo?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
His wallet is drained. His NFT, all his NFTs.
I don't think it's a phishing attack. I think the guy approved all. I mean, the guy clicked approve all for like certain collections in his wallet.
Yeah, he approved, but that is because of the phishing, right?
Okay, possibly.
Yeah. But
I think,
the phishing attack vectors on that kind of persons is quite complicated, more complicated than just
because that guy is in the space like
Yeah,
way
right.
before than everybody else.
Actually
even
got
got to know
phished.
about.
And and also the one guy, I don't remember his name.
Okay, tell me the story, I'll tell you the name.
Nike owned NFT project RFTK.
Yeah, Artifact. Yes.
Yeah. That CTO, I think, CEO, he got phished, and his wallet is drained.
Okay.
So even being in that space for so many time, so long, they got phished.
Okay.
So the attack vectors are advancing day by day, and the attackers are
Adopting the situation and then
right.
like creating something bigger than people already like
know
know
about, yeah.
for. Okay. So like for general people, like how the people are right now, like are they improved with their cyber security game, or they still there?
I don't think, because the passwords they use, like 123 my name.
123 LFG.
Yeah, I love Facebook.
Yeah,
I love me.
And
These type of passwords don't work anymore.
most of the people even keep their own phone numbers as passwords.
Right.
Yeah. So I know a guy. For all his accounts, he only had one password.
Okay.
For every account,
Okay,
Facebook, Instagram,
Yeah.
even his phone password is his phone number,
Okay.
along with the symbol @ and then the year.
Yeah.
Like if you want to know his password, you just got to know his phone number and then what year it is.
All his accounts are gone.
Yeah, all his
Yeah.
accounts are gone. So, do you think it's important for us to like keep a different password for different accounts?
Yeah, exactly. We have to keep different passwords with strong passwords, like using
A password
like
generator?
A phrase.
You think people should use a password generator, or they should come up with their own things?
It depends on the password generators they use, because the generators might be
Compromised.
malicious, or compromised. So it's better to.
What happens if I want to create a account in some particular website,
Okay.
and they recommend me a password. Do you think I should use that password or no? Or like what
I
happens?
suggest to not use that password.
But regardless of what we use, the platform is obviously going to know our password, right?
Right.
Okay.
There are chances they can save their password.
They can.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you recommend people to do when they were suggested with a password that's been given by Google? Do you think they should keep that password suggested by Google, or is that a still no?
It's still 50%. Like no, I say no. And,
What happens?
People have to adopt to multi-factor authentications, like OTPs and authenticators, Google authenticators, and all.
I think we as Indians, we are like too far into that OTP ecosystem, right?
Right.
Like when you compare that to Western people, like they don't fucking know what OTP is. I mean, whenever the transaction goes through, like if I stole a card from a US person, I could fucking use it.
You can drain his card.
But as Indians, we have this fucking big feature where you have to enter an OTP for you to do a transaction. Yes. I think that's a really big thing that we did. We got adapted to OTP system.
Yes.
Really good.
Yes.
You're recommending people to use 2FA as well.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
2FA and MFA also.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's a really great question. So you said you started your company. Like, how old were you when you started your first company?
I am 21.
Okay, 21. That's pretty young. Did you drop out of college or did you complete your thing?
No, I completed, but I haven't used my certificates anywhere. I mean, I haven't took my certificates from the college yet.
Good. Okay. Same.
Even I don't to stay in college.
Yes. Good thing. Even my certificates are still in the college.
Yeah, that's good.
Because they store more securely than we do.
Yes.
Like, if we get our certificates from the college and we keep it in our home and all that, and whenever we want the certificates, we're gonna yell at our moms like, "Where are my certificates?" and all that. But if you keep them in the college, they're gonna keep it really, really safe. And whenever you want your certificates, you just have to pay a certain amount for the security thing, and then you're gonna get your certificates. The same thing with me. I also didn't take my certificates from the college. So, what do you think about people nowadays? Like, if I see in the social media, people are saying, okay, they are not seeing people who are educated as the heroes people claim to be.
Okay.
For example, growing up, we were told that if you study well, you're gonna get good money.
Yeah. Okay.
But right now, the whole game is different.
Yeah. Right.
And everybody is saying, okay, as the quote from Instagram, "as single piece of paper can't decide my future" and all that. Do you think it's fucking bullshit that people are adopting to this kind of mentality where they worship the dropouts and then make fun of the graduates?
If they are unaware of what they are doing, it's bullshit. Mm-hmm. They are just blindly following some random quotes and. I've seen a lot of people who just don't know a fucking thing about anything. They don't even have a skills to start their own business. Yeah. They were saying, "a single piece of paper can't decide my future." Well, fuck you, bro. It can. If you don't have the skills to do any fucking thing, at least they have a certificate to show. And
a paper can literally fucking change your future. I know a lot of people who don't know shit about what they're doing and they're working in MNCs.
Okay? Right. I have seen too.
So. It can change your future if you have that piece of paper. Yeah. But if you don't know shit about how to make money or anything in general to live on yourself, and you still say that a single piece of paper can't decide your future, that's fucking bullshit. Yeah. It can decide your future. Right. And I've also seen this quote, "money can't buy you happiness." That's number one fucking bullshit. It can buy you happiness, right? It definitely can. Up to some point, for example, there is also another saying, "money doesn't buy you happiness, but I'd rather cry in my Lamborghini than on a bicycle."
That's true, right?
Yeah, it's really true. Yeah. People saying money doesn't buy happiness, this and that. I'm happy with my life and all that. Like, what do you do when you're about to go to sleep? What do you think about? Just money. Like people who don't have that money and people who keep on saying that money doesn't buy you happiness, this and that, they would all at the end of the day think about how to make money when they're about to sleep. So it does kind of change the way you see things. It gives you the financial freedom where you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
I mean, like instead of you listening to a bunch of other people, if you make your own money, then you could say it.
Yes.
Okay, so money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy you a financial freedom where you could do whatever the fuck you want.
The people have to know what they are reading, and they are misunderstanding the quotes and all these quotes and all. And also some meme pages are manipulating in wrong way. They are showing wrong directions to these kind of people. So
meme marketing is the new thing.
yes.
I mean, people are marketing courses. People are marketing educational institutes. I mean, when it comes to this, people are marketing everything with memes nowadays.
Yes.
And big companies are jumping into this trend is another disaster. Actually, to be honest, I mean, they're exploiting the young people who are on social media with the fun things that they interact to.
Yeah.
So people, without knowing all this shit, they're just gonna fall for it. Okay, McDonald's is so cool, they're using memes. McDonald's is not cool, it's a fucking greedy fucking company. It's what it is. Right? What do you think about the guy who uses his influence to for his own personal gain?
That's his skill. And
You know who I'm talking about, right? The one guy who uses his influence on Twitter. Tweets about
No, I get it.
Okay, so what do you think about him? Do you think he is worth all that praises that he got? Do you think like he's that genius people that all people are thinking? Do you think he's that, or he's just rich?
It's 50-50.
Like people have been claiming that this guy is self-made.
Yeah, okay.
But he's not.
Okay.
I mean, if you go into his history, you would know that his grandparents own a fucking mine or something, diamond mine or something in South Africa. Yes. That's not what I call self-made. It's just like Donald Trump saying, I took a loan of small loan of $2 million to start a business. $2 million is not a small amount. So with that diamond mine money, he's fucking rich from the beginning. He was born with a silver spoon, not a silver spoon, a diamond spoon. And it's easy for people like him to start their own companies and take that fucking risk and all that. And they could easily say that education didn't matter to me.
Right.
But it does.
Yes.
You know, like as a dropout myself, even I would say that education didn't matter to me, but it did.
Okay, yeah.
At some point, I mean, up to some point, that's what got me here in the first place.
Right. Yes.
You shouldn't talk shit about education if you're planning to use all that skill on the next thing.
Yes.
Right. So, what do you think about the situation with people who are, manipulating people into this cool lifestyle where if you're a dropout, you're cool. If you start your own business, you're cool. And people who are saying if you do a job, you're fucked. It's not that.
Yes. Right.
There are people out there who are far more successful than people who dropped out and started a business and all that. But people who are also working are more successful than these people.
Right. Yes.
Right. People saying, okay, you work for a company, you're like a slave, this and that. But at the end of the day, this guy is secure.
Yes.
He's making money. Yeah. He's looking after his family. Like, we shouldn't force all our things onto the other person, right?
Right, yes.
So, what do you think about this shaming when it comes to people who shame the people who are working for big companies and all that? Like, what do you think? Do you think it's good or?
No, I think they are immature and they don't understand what the things really are going out there.
Okay.
And they just read some random quotes and grown up with negligence and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I think about them.
We were talking about Elon Musk.
Yes.
And do you think we have our own Elon Musk here in India?
In India.
It's like, do you have, like, right when I said, do you think we have our own Elon Musk in India? What name came to your mind? Whose name came to your mind? No one, right?
No one.
All we have is like Ambani's and Adani's and all that. And they're into making a shit ton of money
Yes.
by not being cool. And this guy portrays like he's so cool. Elon.
Yeah.
He portrays like he's like a teenager.
Yes.
I mean, he's good. The guy, the companies he started and the companies he took some acquisition, they are like really good companies.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
like he researches his things better than most people, but this guy has a lot of money. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right.
But what do you think about him taking over Twitter?
He is changing everything in the Twitter. I've seen a lot of.
Bro, but this is a really dumb idea if you ask me. Twitter Blue. You know that, right? You can get verified
Yeah,
if you pay $8.
he's using the blue tick very well.
Like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter. Right? If anybody can get a verified badge,
Yes.
it's going to lose its value, right?
Yes.
And then he keeps another thing for businesses
Yellow tick.
where the tick becomes yellow.
Yellow. Yeah.
Like, bro, we were there before. Where it was like, it used to be no tick plus a blue tick for businesses. Now you're milking money from the customers
Yes.
by taking $8. I mean, $8 is not a lot of money,
Yeah.
but $8 from
And
all the
he's
users
using the
that you get.
craze, the blue tick craze.
Yeah, I mean, that's a smart move, but
Right.
it's not necessary.
Right. Yes. Yes.
He just wants to make money.
It's
in
not
every
solving any
fucking way
problem.
possible.
Yeah.
He's just not.
He's just using that craze. Like we can say abusing the craze.
Yeah, he's of course abusing his following and influence and all that. But have you seen that thing that happened when this verification thing was a paid thing, and this guy got a verification badge for some company? I don't remember the company name, and he tweeted that we are giving all our stock for free. Okay, and then the stock value of that company dropped like maybe $6-7 billion.
Okay.
Within one tweet, that guy managed to fuck up a whole company.
Right. Yeah.
And who do you think is responsible?
Yes,
I think
right.
the one who's managing the Twitter.
Right.
Right? Like if anything can be done on Twitter, if I can say like I'm Rihanna and I could get verified on that, like what's the point?
Yes.
Right? So I can pay $8 and I can become Donald Trump. Right?
Right.
People are not going to see my face.
Yes.
So that's a really fucked up decision that he made.
Right.
But the fact that it changed, and now he's asking for a blue tick and a yellow tick, and what's next? A red tick and a blue tick and a green tick. What are your plans for the future? Like, is it only about that thing that you were implementing with blockchain technology?
Yeah.
Or do you have any other plans in the whole Web3 space?
Yeah. We want to grow the Web3 space more with our services. And we also want to enter into auditing, smart contract auditing. And
Okay.
yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So you're moving your whole Web2 business into Web3.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So how did even this Web2 business started? Like you told me that you and your friend started a service-based company. Like tell me the story about that thing.
Yeah. We finished our college, and when we were in final year, we decided to become entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So after finishing our college, we started we like our co-founders Shekhar, Satish, and they were mutuals of Naveen.
Okay.
Like
Naveen is
a
your
mutual
designer.
for me and those two guys. So one day,
Naveen is your designer, right?
yes, right.
Okay.
And
What does these other two people do? Shekhar and
Shekhar React, and he manages all the
okay, so he's a developer from his
Right.
side. Like he does front end.
yes, front end and back end. He's
Okay.
full stack.
He's full stack.
Full
Okay.
stack, yeah.
Okay. And
And
the other one.
Satish, he's a Flutter developer, mobile, and he manages all the stuff like
He manages the whole company,
whole-
kind of.
yeah, right.
Okay.
yeah. And Naveen, the designer.
Yeah, the designer.
You know him well, right?
Yeah.
So one day I called Naveen when I'm going to some personal work, and he arranged a meet with them, and we discussed about all at that time we are newbies in the developing. I'm
So
learning,
you were still learning how to do stuff. Okay.
yeah, I'm learning, and parallelly I am freelancing, and in plans to found a startup. At that time, I met these guys. They were planning to implement a application like you know about the spotmies,
Okay.
that
The whole website, okay.
home servicing application.
Okay, so you guys wanted to create a website similar to Urban Clap, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, and first they approached a developer. He quoted a big amount. So
Okay, now you
at
guys
the
are
time-
doing the same
Right.
for other people.
Right. So it's a lot amount at the time for us. So we learned the stuff ourselves from scratch.
Okay, this is what I've been advocating from the beginning of this podcast. Like I've been saying, if you don't know at least 40% of whatever you're trying to do, there's no point in you doing it actually.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
And if you don't know like anything that's going into that product that you're building,
Yeah.
there is even if you have a shit ton of money, you're gonna lose everything
Yes. Correct.
if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. Yes. Right.
Okay, so that's the same thing that happened with me as well.
Okay.
When I was starting my career, like people are quoting this and that
Okay.
for simple stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's when I got to learn how to do marketing. That's when I got to learn how to do like some certain things that I could do. And in the first part, in the previous podcast, I've said this and I'm saying it again. Like there is free stuff where you could learn anything.
Yes.
If you pay people and try to learn from their methods, it's definitely not going to work. It works different for different people, right?
Yes. Right.
So if I were to start my own company and I followed each and every step of what you did, it might not go.
Yes,
it might
right.
not going to work for me.
Yes.
It worked for you, and it's not going to work for me. It's
Right.
different for.
It's different for every
Everyone.
person. Yeah.
So you were saying you started spotmies or something.
Yes.
With your 4 friends.
Right.
Okay, you called him and then what? They quoted some amount.
Yeah.
That developer.
And then we started learning from scratch everything.
Okay,
and-
that's good.
Yeah. And then we met those people, and they liked our
Okay, so
idea, and
at
I
that
liked
time
their
when
idea.
you 4 guys are meeting, does Shaker and the other person know how to do coding, or they don't know?
Yeah, they know. They're also learning at the same time.
Okay,
We
so
are all in the same level.
When was this? The whole thing? When did it happen?
It's 3 years ago.
It's 3 years ago. It's probably you guys were at your peak in your career when it's like COVID time.
Yes, right.
Okay, so you probably you learned everything during the COVID time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. Like this is a really good story. Like I've seen a lot of people who were scrolling Instagram reels the whole lockdown without learning any fucking thing. Okay, so I think it's a really good thing that. I mean, I've seen a lot of people who also like develop some skills,
Yeah.
and it's really inspiring to see that you people actually learned something and built a whole business around it
Yeah, right.
during the lockdown, and it worked out for you,
Yes.
right?
And from then we started working together. We registered our company.
LLP.
Yeah, LLP.
Okay.
And in beginning stages, we struggled to do marketing and for networking and all. In this journey,
what do you think about people who are good at a skill
yeah,
starting their own business around it? Do you think people need to have entrepreneurship skills or the skills that that's going to make money? For example, if you're a good coder,
yeah.
is it a good idea to start your own company with a lot of employees, or you should do freelancing?
Initially, you should do freelancing to better at your skills, and then you should learn about entrepreneurship skills like managing people and all.
Yeah,
If
managing
you can't
people is-
manage people, you can't use your coding skills and all properly with the other person's combined. So you have to.
So it's not
learn-
like I know how to cook well, so I could open up a restaurant. It's a
right,
dumb
yes,
idea.
It's not, yes, correct.
So you should either have a skill, or you should have a skill where you could manage people.
Right. Yes.
Right. If you don't know shit about anything that you're doing,
Yes.
I think it's pretty pretty easy to do a job.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you're just gonna have to follow some instructions. You don't need to do
Right.
anything on your own.
Yeah.
But if you
It's
want to
like,
do,
for example, you don't need to know hard skills, but you should definitely know soft skills. Like you should know HR skills, like managing people and all, and networking, how to communicate with other persons. It is very crucial for entering into any business. You don't need to know any coding and all for that, but managing is important.
the biggest misconception that I've been hearing from a lot of people who want to start an app, who want to start a website, who want to start a service-based company, like based on apps and websites and all that.
Yeah.
And the most biggest thing that's been stopping them from doing that is that most of the people say that they don't know coding,
Right. Yeah.
or they don't know this, that, and all that.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's important for the people who want to start a business to know how to code? I mean,
no, it's not. It's not mandatory, and the knowledge will add on to him.
yeah, but you should know some part of it,
Right.
and
yeah.
then let the people do the
Yeah.
rest.
If you know how the whole thing works in the higher level, it's enough for you.
Yeah,
If you want to start a business, you don't need to know deep knowledge into that. But you should know.
There is this thing where I've seen it somewhere. Steve Jobs doesn't even know how to write a single line of code, but he managed to found Apple and all that.
Yeah.
That's a really inspirational story of Steve Jobs, where he created this biggest tech company in the whole world.
Yeah.
So, do you think we can still do that kind of things without even knowing coding?
Yeah. Yeah. We can. Yeah.
I mean, obviously that guy's a marketing genius. Right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about having a skill to market the skill that you already have? For example, if you are a good coder,
Okay.
that's not enough for you to make money.
Yes.
You should know how to market yourself.
Yeah.
You either have to have some personal branding skills or marketing skills.
Yes.
Right. So, is it what stopping people from doing the best of themselves, or lack of knowledge on how to market themselves, or just keeping the skill for a company or for an MNC and working for them, and not using their whole potential, right? So if Facebook was not been invented, anyone with a bunch of anyone with some kind of coding knowledge can create another whole website just like Facebook, and then they would have been in the place of Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that is the best example, because before Facebook there is a kind of application already.
Is it MySpace?
I don't remember the name, but Facebook is all we know. There is an application like Facebook before.
Even before
Facebook. Yeah.
Is it Orkut or something like that?
Like,
I don't know. Orkut?
I don't remember the name.
Okay.
So the Facebook, they promoted very well their product, and
I mean,
that's what.
Do you think the presentation of
Exactly.
some of the website is important?
Yes. Their presentation, their marketing strategies, and everything should fall in line.
Okay.
That's when everything will work for them.
Like, I've been seeing a lot of generic apps, generic websites and all that. Whenever I want to shop online, whenever I went to a clothing website or something like that, all I see are like similar designs.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Whenever I see something new, like I get impressed by the things that they've been doing in the back end.
Yes.
Okay, like I try to figure out like how the fuck did he do that?
Yes.
Okay, like you told me that extension where we could see all the technologies that they used in the website and making that website. What is it again?
Vaporizer.
Yeah, Vaporizer.
Yeah.
So right after you telling me that, whenever I have a doubt, like what kind of technologies that they use in order to make this kind of website, like I've been using that Vaporizer a lot.
Okay.
Okay, so it's fascinating that people are doing a lot of things with just the skills that anybody can learn.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So if you guys were left with like with some kind of new course and a week of free time, you could do a lot of new things that you've never been done before.
Yes.
Right? So more and more people are coming into this space, and more people are sharing their knowledge, and a lot of newcomers are learning how to do certain things, and I think that's what's like happening here right now in India, and that's the reason where we grew in the startup ecosystem.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are learning better ways to promote their startup, and how to start a startup, and how to like manage people and all that.
Yes.
A lot of people are learning all these things online and for free.
Yeah, exactly.
And okay, so whenever I meet a person like you who is a founder of a startup,
Okay.
whenever I ask them like, what did you do and how did you found the startup?
Okay.
Like 80% of the time, all of them are like self-taught.
Yes.
And the 10%, even if they're not self-taught, even if they're graduates from college, they learned at least one thing. Not one thing. One thing is literally the smallest possible thing that I could say, but at least 40% of the knowledge came from YouTube, Google, and other things.
Yes.
Stack Overflow.
Yeah, Udemy.
So the self-taught thing has been growing a lot.
Yes.
And
They are using the internet very well.
Yeah,
This is the
very well.
proper time
Yeah.
to use it.
I mean, I've seen people who are like getting paid 4 or 5 lakhs per month.
Yeah, okay.
All they do is Google shit. How to do this, how to do that. So you could get paid just by knowing how to Google some things.
Yes.
Right. So that's what's happening. Whenever we talk about Web3,
Yeah.
the first thing that comes into people's minds is NFT.
Right.
Do you think NFTs are oversaturated at this point of time? But I also think that NFTs are oversaturated and the market is gone right now. And investors are not there.
Yeah.
But a lot of new projects are pumping in.
Yes.
Right. And people are still there. I mean, some people are still there and they're investing their money. But do you think NFTs are oversaturated? The whole ecosystem?
It's not completely, but it's approaching the saturation point. And
like, what kind of projects do you think are going to work in the whole blockchain technology thing? Now, whenever we talk about blockchain,
there is more
Web3,
than
people are only talking about NFTs.
Right.
There are a lot more things.
to do. Yeah, like for example, recently I have read somewhere the state Uttar Pradesh government implemented police FIR system in blockchain. That's a good idea, right? Because they are using the blockchain properly. The government is initiating this is a good thing to hear.
Okay.
So like the FIR system, if anyone want to complain to police, they will just simply complain through blockchain.
So people can complain to police using that
right
blockchain.
Yes, and the initiation by the government is amazing. They recognize the use of blockchain and all, and it is getting into the people gradually. So I think it will do more stuff than that amazing stuff in future.
Okay. Like, what blockchain are they using right now?
I don't.
You have no idea. Okay. But the initiation taken by the government is really good in order to like develop whole things on blockchain.
Yes.
I mean, it's open ledger, right? So anybody can see what happened there.
Yeah.
So
and long years back, Andhra Pradesh also used blockchain for land registrations and all, but due to lack of awareness, I think it
didn't go well.
Yeah, it didn't go well. Or
is it still continuing? Or
I think it's not continuing right now. Yeah, because lack of awareness, it just gone.
Okay. Yeah, people didn't adopt to that whole technology.
Yes.
Okay. Like, what do you say to people who are coming into Web3 space? Do you think what kind of skills do you think people should get in order to come to the Web3 space?
Skills like they should know basic programming skills and programming
Like
skills.
what kind of things you need to learn in order to make a career in the Web3 space?
Solidity,
Okay. Like
Web3 or Ethers.js, JavaScript, and for front end, it's
we
common.
both know that there is a
for-
lot of demand for Web3 developers. Right?
Yes.
Like people are paying how much that you guys are demanding.
Yes.
Whatever you demand, they're
I
ready to
got
pay.
I got many offers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is this thing that happened with engineering back then.
Yeah.
Like at some point of time, like we were pumping out more engineers than needed.
Yes.
Do you think the same thing is going to happen with Web3 as well? Like a lot of people are going to come into the space, learn, and then like remain unemployed because lack of
If
like
the demand is,
I mean, right now
if
the
demand
demand
continues
is-
the
yes.
same in future, and there is possibilities for that.
Yeah, but obviously the demand is going to decrease,
Yes.
right? Just like the thing that happened with engineering students.
Yes. Yes.
Like at some point of time, if you're studying engineering, people are looked at you like you're doing some crazy big like how we are seeing IAS, IPS officers right
Yes.
now. And back then, engineers are like that.
Right.
But right now, the demand has been lowered and the supply has been grown massively.
Yes. Right.
Do you think the same thing is going to happen? Do you think the same thing is going to happen with Web3 space in the future with the developers?
Yes. Maybe
Okay.
there are chances.
Okay. So what kind of what are the languages are like important to get to land a developer job in Web3?
In Web3, Solidity, and for front end, the technology is common for both Web2 and Web3, React or Angular. It's your choice. The integration for front end and the smart contracts, the blockchain smart contracts is what you have to emphasis on, like Web3.js or Ethers.js,
Okay.
and knowing the network, like which network you want to work, Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and all, and Rust, Python are add-on advantages. Like for creating a blockchain, Rust and Python you have to focus on. On creating decentralized applications, Solidity or Viper.
On a blockchain, you have to learn.
On blockchain, if you want, yeah,
If I want to build something on chain,
yeah,
if you want to build dApps and all that, I need to know
Solidity, yes, or Viper. And Solidity is popular one,
Yeah,
and
Solidity
it has much community and demand. Yeah,
Okay. So if I want to build a Solana project,
okay,
Solidity is going to do the thing for me.
yes,
Okay. Like Solidity, like where we coming from, these are pretty new languages,
yes,
right? So a lot of new things have been, like still unanswered. Like, what do you think about the things like when there is a lot of community for a language,
okay,
for a particular set of skill,
okay,
whatever doubts you have, you're just gonna Google it and then the answer is gonna show up.
yes.
Do you think Solidity is there yet? For whatever kind of doubt that you have, do you think there are developers who have already solved that problem and
Yes,
posting answers
the
online?
community is growing fast,
Okay.
and there are a lot of Discord channels and Ethereum Overflow, Stack Overflow, and all.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about the thing that I've heard? Like Solidity is updating like regularly. Like the language is upgrading like in months or something, and the functions, how you write some functions are changing over time. Is
Yeah.
it true? Like,
Yeah, the language is updating regularly.
Yeah. I think that's one of the main concerns for newcomers. Like whenever they learn some things and they think, okay, this is the only thing that I need to worry about, and then few months later that thing is going to change and they completely.
From now on, that there will be not much change in that.
Yeah, it's
language.
evolved completely. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like 5 to 10% changes are still there yet, but
yes,
the language is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's not problem anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think all these Web 2 things, Web 2 companies, Web 2 brands and all that, do you think they're going to implement blockchain in the future? Or blockchain technologies in the future?
Depending on their requirements, they will definitely move to Web3.
Like what I've been hearing from people on Twitter and all that is that Web3 is the future. What do you mean by that? People are saying Web3 is the future, blockchain is the future, crypto is the future.
Okay.
What do you think it means?
See, in Web3, the privacy and transparency is the most the best feature it can give to the users. So in Web2, your data can be hacked or it can be misused by companies. And
You were talking about privacy, right?
yes,
Can you be completely anonymous on a blockchain?
completely. It depends on how you handle your wallets and all. If you
I
post,
don't think so. I mean, like people, we can say it pseudo-anonymous, but not completely.
not
anonymous.
completely, yeah. You can
People
say
trace you back.
Yes.
No matter how hard it is. There are even tools to know who is behind a wallet. I mean,
Maybe I haven't seen such cases yet, but
I mean, it's easy to find you if you're dumb enough to post your addresses.
yes, that's
and
what
all
I'm
that.
saying. Yeah,
And people can
If you
still
can-
track your accounts. Like,
if you are careful enough and if you can manage your wallets to be anonymous, you can. There are chances you can be anonymous in Web3.
but it's still traceable.
Yes. If you can't handle it properly, you can be traceable.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things have been, like discovered by these developers
Okay.
in Web3, like especially with the thing with flash loans.
Oh yeah.
So there have been a lot of exploits of that
Yes.
flash loans.
Yes.
Explain to the audience what are flash loans and how one could take advantage of flash loans in order to make money.
Like in traditional finance, if you want to take a loan, you have to mortgage something like an asset, your
Collateral,
house,
yeah.
collateral, and in Web3, you have to collateral your some coins like. No. You don't need to collateral anything. You just ask a loan, a certain amount of loan. You will write a code for that, and the company which is providing that flash loan, it will take that loan again back in that same transaction. Like it is like in a function. You will write one line where you will ask for the loan, and then you will do something with that money, and you will return back that loan in that same function.
Okay.
That is what.
So the whole thing is going to happen in like one transaction.
Yes.
Okay. So what I've heard is that like from some people, flash loans are a thing where you could get you could get even $100 million without collateral, and you have to pay it back in one transaction, in the same single transaction that it's happening.
Yes.
So a lot of people have been exploiting this thing in various different ways.
Yes.
For example, I've heard
There are a lot of hacks.
yeah.
Using.
There is this guy when the ApeCoin was launched.
Okay.
He took there are like NFT lending platforms, right?
Yeah.
So this guy took 6 bored apes
Okay.
as a flash loan. He took 6 bored apes, and when the ApeCoin was launched, each bored ape was given like maybe 6,000-7,000 coins of bored coins or something like that, ape coins.
Okay.
So this guy took 6 bored apes from an NFT lending platform as a flash loan, and he claimed all that bored ape coins.
Okay.
All those ape coins, he transferred those ape coins to his wallet, and then he returned back those apes to the lender,
Okay.
and he won all these ape coins.
Okay.
Right. So there are like a lot of unclaimed ape coins still out there.
Yeah.
every board ape that you own, you can get some ape coins when the token was launched.
Yeah.
So there are still some apes which haven't claimed those ape coins.
Okay.
So things like these are happening. This guy made over like $1.2 million or something by just claiming those coins in a flash loan.
Yeah.
So still people are finding many other ways to exploit these things. I mean, this is not necessarily an exploitation, because
The purpose of flash loan is different, and they're misusing that.
I mean, this guy didn't even misuse, in my opinion.
Okay.
He just got his unclaimed things.
Okay.
He didn't even steal that money.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
He was being smart, and he did that whole thing.
Yeah.
And now that we know that, we can also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing where you could do a lot of things in Web3. Like, what other things do you think are going to be like a like a negative side of Web3? What are the things that people should learn about them?
Like,
what kind of things do you think people should like look into more? For example, while signing a contract.
yeah, they have to be careful with their wallets, because one sign can wipe out all his coins, all his tokens from his wallet. So it is the most important thing to be careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about NFT market
Right now?
Yeah.
This is a really big question. I think I'm gonna take some time to answer this. Last year, we've been in a biggest roller coaster ride with NFTs.
Okay.
One day you invest $500, and the next day you make $5,000.
Yeah.
And the next day you invest $10,000 and you lose all of it.
Yeah.
So this thing is happening because a lot of noobs are coming into the space. So whenever they make at least $100 profit, they're cashing out. They're selling it.
Yes.
For example, if you invest $0.1 on a 0.1 ETH on a project, and the next day you made like 0.12 or something,
Okay.
they're selling it.
Yes.
If the floor price is even rising by 0.02%, the person wants to sell it because they made profit. But it's not real profit.
Right.
Because when you sell, OpenSea is going to take 2.5% of your whole sale.
Yeah.
And the next thing is that creator fee. People
Yes.
don't even consider calculating the creator fee, which is like however much they want it to be. Up to 10%, of course.
Yes.
So people are not even calculating the whole thing. When you are selling your NFT, you have to calculate how much you are losing on the transaction.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to take gas into consideration. You have to take the percentage of the creator that you're going to pay. You have to take the platform fees. Then you calculate and then you sell it.
Okay.
What happens with these people are they're making 0.02, 0.03 profits, and they want to sell it, and they're losing their whole investment on it. At the end of the day, if you're selling for a 0.02 profit, you have to calculate what you're getting after these fees, after this creator and platform fees, and after what the gas is you're going to pay to like make the transaction.
Yeah.
On OpenSea, if you want to list your token, you have to pay some gas.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to increase the price of your listing, you have to pay some gas.
Yes.
Okay. All these things are out there, and people are not considering these as investments, but they're still investing it. At the end of the day, you're paying some kind of money for the transaction.
And they're losing all of them.
Of course, they're losing all of them. And what happens with these people are they're making the whole project fall.
Yes.
Okay. So if the project is at one Ethereum, you buy it for 1 Ethereum. Okay. And the next day, you see that at 1.2.
Yeah.
And the next day you see the floor price at 1.2. So this person is assuming, okay, I made a sweet 0.2% profit. Okay.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people are listing at 1.2. ETH.
Okay.
For example, if there are like 10 listings at 1.2 ETH,
Okay.
and you want to sell yours faster, what are you going to do?
Undercut it.
You're just going to undercut other people.
Yeah.
So this guy undercuts them by like 5%.
Okay.
And then he lists at like 1.19 or something.
Okay.
1.1.
Okay.
and the next person wants to sell.
You will undercut this
He will
person.
undercut this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And people are undercutting each other and then fucking up the whole project.
Yes.
If you're a serious investor and if you want to make real money, there are like private sales.
Right.
The first thing.
Yes.
And the next big thing, if you really want to make money in the NFT space, is that trade sniping is a big thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are like rare trades for NFTs where you could make a lot of money.
Yes.
The rarer your NFT is, the most expensive it is.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That's the thing. Instead of doing all these things, if you're buying an NFT for 0.1 ETH and you want to sell it for 0.12 ETH,
Yeah.
you're the dumbest person I've ever seen. Okay. So
Yeah, they are new to the market, so they are unaware of those snipings.
even some people are aware of these things.
Okay, then why do
that
they do that?
That they want to. Some people are aware that this is not real profit. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But a bunch of these people, what they do is they clearly come to that space. They buy a bunch of NFTs for like cheap.
Okay.
They all undercut the market. They cut down the floor price,
Okay.
and then what they do is they buy back.
Okay. So when the project again raises back,
They're gonna pump the whole project on their own, and they're gonna dump it as well.
Okay.
For example, if I want to buy your NFT collection
Yeah.
for a lower price, what I do is I just buy your project at the current floor price, which is 1 Ethereum.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy like maybe 40 of your tokens, and then I'm gonna list them at 0.7 ETH.
Okay.
At least 20 of them. Okay, so people are gonna see, okay, this project is falling.
Yeah.
So people are buying for 1 ETH and selling for 0.7 ETH. So people are automatically going to assume that this project is failing.
Yes.
So what they're going to do is the already invested investors are going to undercut these people.
Yes.
I mean, if you bought the NFT before me, what are you going to do? You're going to undercut me.
Yes.
So if I listed at 0.7 ETH, you're going to undercut that to 0.65, 0.68, 0.67 on all that.
Yeah.
So what happens? The undercut game is in the rise now. So I unlist some of my NFTs for 0.7 and I buy your things
Okay.
for 0.65.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So after buying your things and my things, I'm going to buy back everything and I'm going to unlist my things which were at 0.7 ETH.
Okay.
And then I'm going to relist everything for 0.12, 0.15.
Okay.
So in that case, I'm controlling the whole market
Yes.
for that project, for
Yeah.
that particular project. It means one person with enough ETH can manipulate the whole project.
Yes.
So I don't think the regulations are there yet. So that's why all these things are happening.
Okay.
If with enough restrictions and with enough regulations, I think we can stop this thing from happening. There is this other thing called wash trading.
What?
Wash trading.
Wash trading. Okay.
Okay. So what happens in this is that we create artificial demand for a project.
Okay.
For example, let's say you launched your NFT collection, nobody knows about it, and you want it to be on top of every chart.
Okay.
So what you do is you list your NFT for 50 Ethereum, and your friend is going to buy that from you for 50 ETH. Okay, it's at the end of the day, it's your money. Okay, you're going to buy that for 50 Ethereum, which is worth 0.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're going to list it for 70 ETH, and then your other friend is going to buy that.
Okay.
So when it comes up in the chats, the volume is going to be around 50 plus 70. It's going to be 120 ETH on that particular day.
Yeah.
For an NFT.
Okay.
So if a noob comes into the market with a bunch of Ethereum, he's going to think, okay, so this is selling good.
Right. Yeah.
So this guy's sold this for 50 and the other one sold it for 70.
Yeah.
Imagine how much I could sell it for. And that guy buys it for whatever the price that I have listed for.
Yeah.
And basically they're going to get fucked.
Yes.
That's there in the market, and people should be really, really aware of all these things instead of just coming into the market and investing a shit ton of money into it and then complain that you lost everything on NFTs and you hate NFTs.
Yeah. You should
just do some research.
You should invest some time and.
Without investing your time, investing your money doesn't mean shit.
Yes. Right.
So you have to research about the project that you're investing in.
Yes.
You should definitely take your time in order to learn how to how to make money in the market.
Yes.
Essentially, you have to know how the market works. You don't need to be an expert in the market.
Right.
You You don't need to know coding. You don't need to know investing, how to read charts and all that.
Yes.
You just have to know how the market works.
Yes.
That's essentially the only thing that we'll ever need in order to make money in the NFT space.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, that's one thing that's happening right now, and that's it. New people are coming, new people are losing their money, and they're going and then complaining the NFTs are shit. That's not.
And some people even scolding Web3, blaming whole Web3 space.
Of course, it's these kind of people that I just talked about. They don't know. They just Googled how to make quick money online, and they came across NFTs and they opened OpenSea.
Yeah.
They created a MetaMask account and then they do all this shit.
Yes.
These are the kind of people that invest in shit coins as well. All these altcoins, these influencers are pumping, right?
Yeah.
So in Twitter, there are influencers, a bunch of influencers. There are even Discord channels.
Okay.
Where you artificially pump a coin.
Okay.
And when the new investors come, you sell out your thing and then you're left with a profit.
Yeah.
Just like a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
So people are getting into all these things in order to make money and then complaining the whole Web3 market is bullshit.
Yes.
So you're just fooling yourself by doing all these things and then complaining. It's like really, really stupid in my opinion.
Being an entrepreneur, what do you suggest to someone who want to become an entrepreneur? Like students or someone who is doing job and want to enter into the business?
Okay. So the first thing that I would recommend is that you shouldn't want to become an entrepreneur. It should be like natural to you.
No.
It's not like a career you could choose. Okay, I want to become an entrepreneur. Like, what does it even mean?
Okay.
Like, if you want to do a business, you could do a business. You will become a businessman.
Okay.
Okay, so like entrepreneurship is like, it's like a side hustle. Like if you want to have a career out of a side hustle, if you're a risk taker,
Okay.
you want to like what we call jugaad. Okay, so if you want to make all these things and then combine and then build a business out of that whole thing, that's entrepreneurship in my opinion. Okay. Entrepreneurship is not dropping out of college and opening up your own business.
Okay.
Right. So, and what happens if that fails?
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of backup plans in order to become what you want to become.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship is not a job where you could just apply for it and then you get it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to have some certain set of skills in order. You have to have skills to manage people. That's the important thing that I would like to say to all these people. Like if you can manage people, you could do anything.
Right.
Yeah, like no matter how much money you have, if you can't manage people in your business, then it's
All
not
the
going to
money
work. It's
going
not
to
going to
drain,
work.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would recommend people to have is that how to manage people. And the other thing is networking. Networking is going to help you a lot in your journey, in this entrepreneurship journey. Okay, you have to be friendly with people. You have to know how to make friends. You have to know how to greet them. You have to know like how to use them subtly and not, not make them feel like you're taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have all these skills, then you could call yourself an entrepreneur. And I wouldn't like to call myself an entrepreneur because this word has become it's like a buzzword right now.
Yeah.
And whenever people say I'm an entrepreneur, it fucking cringes me. Because, okay bro, like what do? I have a business and we sell ads, we sell this, we sell that. That's just a business everyone else has been doing for a long period of time. What makes you an entrepreneur? Is it because you're young? That's what makes you an entrepreneur? It's not, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with this whole entrepreneurship. And in order to become an entrepreneur, like you shouldn't get comfortable.
You should out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. And also you have to face a lot of rejection. If you want to want to do your own thing, you have to overcome everything. Even your friends wouldn't believe in you if you say that this thing is going to work. Your family is going to throw you out like because this thing is not going to work. Either you do a job or get married or get the fuck out of my house. Okay, what are you going to do? If you take all these risks and if you really plan to do a proper business, or a proper something that's definitely going to work for you in order for you to have that financial freedom that you've been always dreaming, this is the way to go.
Yeah.
But if you don't want risks, if you don't want, there is this thing, right? Like high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
This is it. You're not going to get this thing by doing a job. But of course, I'm not saying doing a job is not a good thing.
Right.
Of course, it is. It is different for different kind of people. It's what I'm always going to say. If you really want to choose, if you really want to come down in this path, know that there are some risks involved in this. If you like that adrenaline rush and all that, then it's the right way for you to go.
Okay.
So, like we talked about rejection in this entrepreneurship thing, right? There are a lot of people who were rejected by companies, by colleges, and all that, and they built their own empires.
Yes.
Okay, the rejection is one of the things that you're gonna face a lot if you want to, like go down in this path of entrepreneurship.
So, how do you see the male entrepreneurs and female entrepreneurs? How are they doing in their respective genders?
I mean, female
Like
entrepreneurs are there.
I have seen many female entrepreneurs doing well.
You haven't seen?
I have seen.
Okay, you have seen. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there are there, but the risks involved are high.
Yeah.
For a girl to come out of her home and start a business and
Right.
do all that, it's like she's doing somewhat of a risky move when it comes to the general public. Okay.
Yes.
Your parents don't want you to do
Yes.
a business because you're a girl. What does that even fucking mean? You're a human and you have an idea, you want to implement that and you want to make some money.
Right.
Okay. If you do a job, you just there is a saying, right? If you don't work for your dream, you're working for someone else's dream.
Right. Yeah.
And this is exactly like that. If you're not encouraged by your home or your friends, and they all recommend you to build someone else's.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the thing that's happening right now with female entrepreneurs as well, because a lot of them are there, and who are there are like really, really fucking brave.
Yes.
They came out of the house even with all that rejection and all that. Like there are restrictions for females to, like not to go out after this particular time and that. So they have to overcome all these things and they're starting their own business and all that. It's really great. But there's a but. For a guy, it's even harder in my opinion. Okay?
Yeah. True.
I mean,
A lot of people expect
lot of people,
lot of things from a guy.
From a guy,
Like,
of course.
Yeah.
Especially in India.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So if you're a guy in India, you will see a lot of rejection in 1 year than a girl sees in her entire life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So nobody would fucking say no to a girl. Okay. Let's just get that thing straight. Let's, for an example, if a girl comes to you and asks you for a ride home, what would you say? Of course you would say yes, right? I mean, you want to help her.
Okay. Yeah.
But imagine if there is a girl sitting on a scooty and if you go to her and you ask her to drop you home, do you think she will accept it?
In India, most of the guys won't even ask.
Yeah, because we know that we're gonna get a no.
Yeah.
And some of these people right now are saying, no, I have a boyfriend. What does that even mean? I don't want you to become mine. I just want to live from this place to that place. Okay. So being a guy is tough. People expect certain things from us at certain age.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we
Like
just
getting
don't
proper
follow
job.
if we don't follow that particular pattern, people are gonna see us like we're a fucking failure.
Yeah.
Okay. People are come to you and ask, what are you doing? My son is preparing for civils. Okay, that's good for him. What do you want me to do about it? Suck his dick? No, right? So people are saying all this shit just to get you in that pattern. Okay. Like I said before, the thing with guys is it's really hard for you to do in any field. Imagine if you're a photographer, if you're a newsreader or a podcast host.
Okay.
And everything. You're going to face a lot of rejection. I think this is one of the reasons why we see a lot of successful male entrepreneurs. They overcome and they adapt to the situation that they're in. the rejections they face, it's like a drive for them to like improve themselves, get good at a skill, get better of the skills that they have, and improve on everything that they try to pursue. Okay, so that's one thing, rejection. And the other thing is, like, when it comes to guys, people usually don't believe that men can be sad. For some reason, people think that, okay, you're a guy, man up. Bro, I'm sad. And some people are like, okay, man up. I don't think manning up means what people think it means.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you don't have to cry because you're a guy. I've seen people who cried, and people assume that men who cry are weak. But it's not. I mean, what kind of logic is that? If you cry, does that make you a weak person? I've seen fighters cry. If you just go to him and say, don't cry like a bitch, he's gonna fucking slap you and then you're gonna get knocked out. Okay? That guy is much stronger than you. He could do hell of a lot more things than you do. But just because that guy cries doesn't make them weaker.
Right.
So mental health issues are also there. And I think people should pay more attention to men, especially in terms of mental health. Okay, everyone says you're a guy, what problems you have. Everything is sorted out for you. It's just a perception that Bollywood, Tollywood gives to you, but in reality, it's not. The only thing that we could do as men that females can't in India is that you could roam around up to 12, 1, 2 o'clock at night. That's the only fucking thing that you could do. And even at that time, if you cry, someone would come to you and say, you're a weak motherfucker. Right? So, crying and being depressed, these are the things that doesn't make you weak. In fact, these are the things that actually make you stronger.
The one who doesn't bounce back after crying is the one who might be weak.
I mean, I've seen men who says that they don't cry.
Okay.
That's completely bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you might not physically cry, but you will feel that whole tension in your mind. Right? You might not cry, your tears might not come to you, but
the pressure,
you will be depressed.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who reject me. I mean, who says, oh no, I'm never depressed. I'm not depressed. Okay, then there is something definitely wrong with you. Nobody can be never depressed. No matter how much money you have. If I say, like, let's just take Elon Musk, for example. If he's like the richest person in the world. Do you think he's happy all the time?
No.
Nobody is happy all the time. Right? So, for people to assume that men can be happier than women and women can be happier than men, everybody have their own problems. Okay?
Right.
And I'm not saying that men face a lot of things that women don't. They both equally face a lot of rejections and all that. Yes. But the thing is, more men are out in the space, hence more men are facing rejection.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is highly unlikely for us for us as humans to reject female, like requests. Okay. This is like, we are not being sexist or anything. This is physically these biological things that proves that these things do exist. Okay. So, if you're a guy and you have to cry it out, just cry it out. There's no, there's no one stopping you. And if you have to do some certain things and if you're not harming anyone, then you have to let things out.
Yeah.
Everybody should talk to their friends if they're sad.
Right.
Okay. They should get more attention to the people who are depressed all the time. Some people have this thing, even when they're depressed, they try to be more funny. Okay, so you have to always pay attention to those people who are more funny. Okay, more funny than the usual ones.
Okay.
Because personally, I've seen people who are way fun than any of my friends who were suffering with depression. And one of my friends actually committed suicide because of his own personal problems.
Okay.
But we never thought this guy is going to do that.
Yeah.
Because of the way that he is around with us, like, he's the one that brights up the whole room. Okay, if you come to me like 4 years ago and say that this guy is depressed, I wouldn't believe you. Okay, like how this person could be depressed. Okay, but people are like that. The depressed ones are the one who wants to let everyone know that they're not depressed.
Yeah.
The thing is, you have to check on people who are way funnier.
Okay.
They might not open up to you, but when they do open up to you, you shouldn't tell them to man up.
Okay.
You should shut the fuck up and listen to what the other person has
Okay,
to say.
and what do you suggest to people who are fighting with depression?
You should open up to your friends, first of all.
Okay.
If you're fighting with depression, if you're struggling with depression, I'm not a certified doctor for this, but the thing that works for most people is that you should open up to your friends and the closed ones, and you should tell them about how you feel about certain things, and then letting them know is the first thing that you should do in order to fight depression and get better at.
And I think doing gym and physically
physical
being
activities are
active
going to
might
help
work.
as well. Yes, they are going to help, and I know it's hard at that particular time,
Okay.
but the one thing that I can be sure is that time can change.
Right.
It can change, and the thing that you're sad about right now is not the thing that's going to change your entire life.
Yeah.
You're going to look back and then you laugh at this thing that you were sad about this particular thing at this time. Okay? Time is the thing that's going to change everything.
Okay.
So I think you just have to be patient. You have to open up a lot more than you think you should.
Yeah.
And just talk to people. Talk to someone if you're depressed.
Okay.
That's what I recommend in order for you to do, overcome that. And of course, I'm not a certified doctor, but this is the thing that I think it personally worked for a lot of people.
Okay.
And if a person comes to you and says that they're sad about this thing and that thing and they're a bit lonely and all that, you shouldn't make fun of them. You shouldn't make fun of the circumstances of that other person.
Right.
Instead, you could be helpful if you can be.
Yeah.
If you can't be helpful, just don't be an asshole to that person. That's all I can say.
I've seen some people who have more capabilities than what they think, but they settle for less, ignoring all their capabilities and all.
Okay.
So, what do you have to say for them?
See, firstly, if you have some certain skill, naturally you're going to know that you're good at this thing.
Right.
Okay. But there are some people, like you said, who are willing to settle for less. Okay. These are the kind of people that we talked before. Like, these are the kind of people that work for someone else's dream.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're so good at coding, you should do your own thing instead of working for a company or something. But if you don't have the skills to run your own business, then you could do that. But instead of taking the same salary as everyone else, if you're giving more to the company, you should also demand more.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing that you're working for a company. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the thing where you're giving a lot more work than every other person compared to you, and then you're equally getting paid is a bad thing.
Right. It's like giving up their fight.
Of course, it is. So whoever doesn't do, what they're really good at,
Yeah.
or does that thing for free, they're like really dumb. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people who are really good at photography and all that.
Mm.
And if I ask them to take pictures of me or take videos of me, and if they agree to do that shit for free, I wouldn't like to use that particular person, because this guy is really good at his skill, but he's not willing to get paid for that. I think he's a kind of person that he's not going to be 100% into that project that I'm going to give to him. Okay. So I really believe in the process of giving and taking. Okay. I believe in the win-win situation things.
Okay.
If I'm getting all the benefit and you're getting nothing, at one point of time you're gonna say, "Oh, dude, I'm not getting anything. Why the fuck I have to do this?" Okay.
Yeah.
Even if you agree
It's
in the
like
first,
they might guilt trip you or something.
yeah. Even if you agree in the first part, at some point of time you're gonna realize, okay, this guy is benefiting this much from me, and I'm doing this for free. Okay. So these are the things that actually plays a really, really major role in terms of a person's career. Okay.
Okay.
If you're really good at something, even if you don't know it, every person should, I think what I feel is every person should discover what they're really good at.
Yeah.
And then working on, how to improve that skill and then how to get paid for that skill.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. This is the thing that I really believe in. And I think more and more people are aware of these things when we compare it to like the past 10, 12 years.
Yeah,
More people are aware of their skills. More people are aware to, like get new skills and how to use them. And we've seen a bunch of millionaires in the last 10 years than the last 100 years.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're growing rapidly, and I think the change is for the good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice talking to you.
Same to you.
And I think we are also going to talk about our project in the next podcast.
Sure. Definitely waiting for that.
The thing that we working for the past 4 or 5 months. Right?
Yeah. Right.
So we're going to talk about that soon. And
Sure.
yeah, this is how we're going to end this. So
All the
this is
best to your
end.
podcast.
Yeah. Thank you.